Hi everyone, my name is Curtis. Welcome back to the Indo Chef channel. This is part 2 of my turkey series. For Christmas in BC this year, we're restricted to only household family due to the pandemic. This means no huge family dinners, no parties, no turkey because it's too big and too much time in the kitchen. It's time to break tradition and change things up. We're transforming a turkey breast into pan-fried strips with flavors from the East. If you enjoy this type of video, please baste the like button and broil it till it gets a crispy skin. If you're bougie, you might buy a deboned turkey breast from the store and skip half this video. But if you have immigrant parents like me, you'll put in the work because they didn't cross the Atlantic in a boat for you to buy pre-cut meat at triple the price. Let's go. In our last video, we split the turkey in half. This time, we're starting by removing the leg and thigh in one piece. To remove the wing, feel around for the joints and split the tendon that connects the wing to the shoulder. We're saving these pieces for the next video. Today's dish requires that we debone the breast. Start with the ribs facing down and make a long slice along the rib cage and trace the bones with your knife. Flip it over and keep following along the bones until the first section is removed. Set those bones aside for part 3 of this series. Removing the rib cage starts by feeling around and checking for connective tissue and stray bones. Let the ribs guide your knife. Don't be afraid to pick up the meat and turn it around as needed. A lot of people are freaked out about getting salmonella from raw poultry, but if you wash your hands, you're gonna be fine. After the final chop here, you'll see that there's a lot of meat left over on the rib cage itself. Don't worry, it's not going to waste. We're gonna set that aside too. Breaking down meat yourself doesn't just save you money, but you also get to make other dishes from these offcuts and bone pieces, carcasses. There's a lot you can do with leftovers. Turkey breast to me has a lot more value than chicken breast because of just the size of it. You could do so many more things. You can have bigger pieces of meat to share. Because this thing is so huge, we're going to cut it in half before slicing it into pieces. Keep a firm grip because this is still slippery. It's still infused with butter under the skin, so don't lose your fingers or your knife. I'm aiming for about 3 or 4 centimeters thick, but the thickness depends on your personal preference and how long you want to stand at the stove. Normally I would just dice something like this and make sauté or just a stir fry, but we have to do something different every once in a while. I know this is a lot of meat cutting to watch, but in today's fast-paced internet world, I wanted to show you that meat doesn't magically appear pre-cut for you at home. When you watch videos on TikTok or Tasty or some of these other channels, all the ingredients just magically appear. They have a team of producers, assistants, interns, and lackeys to cut all this stuff for them off camera, but you don't, you're at home. So put on a stiff upper lip and start slicing. Don't forget to wash that cutting board yourself, because you're the only one that's gonna do it. Pack your bags, we're taking a trip. Your flight just landed in Vietnam. Start off with a heaping teaspoon of minced garlic. Follow that with 2 teaspoons of lemongrass powder. Now the controversial MSG. It's not bad for you, look it up. Fish sauce is like wine, but switch the grapes for fish and salt. It's delicious. Every marinade needs a little bit of oil and a little bit of water, just to make sure everything's nice and covered up. Zip that up, fold it over, get all that air out. We're going to leave this overnight or 2 days if you like. It's time to cook. Set your stove to medium heat and preheat your pan for 5 minutes. Set a timer if you need to. Use a high smoke point oil like canola or grapeseed. I like using cast iron pans because you don't get any hot spots and the heat is evenly distributed throughout the whole pan. After about 3 minutes, things are ready to flip over. You'll know it's ready because the meat won't be sticking to the pan. Give it a little jiggle and pry a little bit. If it doesn't come off easily, leave it a little bit longer. Some pieces will cook slower and that's okay, just give it time. Wait till it releases easily. When the meat's almost done, I like to crank up the heat and get a nice colorful crust on the outside. This turkey is looking done, so let's take it out of the pan and put it on a plate, but not without adding a garnish first. Chop some scallions for some fresh oniony flavor. Mmm, yummy. That flavor is picture perfect. There you have it, a new way to prepare turkey with an uppercut flavor to the mouth. You can keep a bit of Christmas tradition by serving it with some mashed potatoes, gravy, and cranberry sauce, or you can serve it Asian style with rice, steamed veggies, and chili sauce. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.